All right, Leo, welcome back. We are going to check in with whatever you need to know in these last couple of weeks of 2025. We're finishing a snake year, moving into the horse year. So, a lot of you might be reflecting a lot on the past year, things that you have learned, things that you've gone through. So, we're going to tap in a little bit into what Spirit wants you to know and confirm you in regards of the things that you've been thinking about lately, okay? What is going on? What does Leo need to know? We've got the beautiful Page of Pentacles. You know what I'm seeing here? I see you really, like, if there are people that felt hurt by you or that are hurting or that been through some sort of breakup or heartbreak or whatever the situation is, whether that involves you or other people, I really see that you've been trying to really understand their pain, like coming from a very empathic way, trying to learn from them, you know, um, trying to be there for them by listening more carefully rather than just talking. You've been there listening to them carefully. Okay, so I feel like I don't know if this is a change within you, but I do get this sense of you doing something extra for someone, even if it's like very small, even if it's very little, but it's this gesture, okay? Like it's a grand gesture just packed into a little, um, something little. You know what I mean? Yeah. Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. And by the way, we just had like the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you've tried a lot with people in your surrounding, honestly. Working well together, understanding their point of view, putting them on a pedestal. Maybe they didn't always deserve it, but you were like, hey, you did a great job. You know, like you were very supportive. I don't know, very supportive, like maybe even to your children. At work, like you always brought like some bonbons, or you always treated a little bit extra to the people that are in your surrounding. I love that energy. Yeah, for once, like you're like, I don't know why I have this feeling as if I'm talking about your whole year, but you know, take it however that resonates. But it just feels to me intuitively how I'm tapping into your energy is that this year you really wanted to feel warmed in all the things that you do and all the people, um, your work life, your teams, your collaborations, your family, your children, your like your husband, if you have, like whatever you did, you always wanted to do it out of love or give love or protect your loving energy around you. So just wow, I'm getting chills. Like trust me, I'm having chills. Whoo, even up in my spine. Like that's the most beautiful message I've seen so far. But you know, the Ten of Wands is also saying that you may have overexerted yourself a little bit here, Leo. This is when you really put a lot of weight on you, as if it's your, you know, you're just like a superpower, superwoman or superman. Like it's all on you. Like if you don't do it, nobody else will, right? And that's very typical of Leo. That's very typical of Leo. Like, who else is going to do the dirty job? You know what I mean? Like, it must be the Leo that's just like, yeah. So don't take too much on you. You've done a great job. And I feel like someone's ancestors and spirit guides are coming through and saying, like, you brought peace into, you brought peace and harmony into families, okay, or into your family, into generations filled with like some sort of war, okay, like not real war obviously, but more like there was a lot of conflict going on there. What is going on in your surrounding? 444 is what I saw on the screen. Oh, nice. You do have someone here that is a little bit of an introvert. someone that's definitely watching you. You're constantly on their mind. I see someone that has true, genuine feelings. Okay. And at the same time, this person can sometimes overthink, get into um, paralysis, and start to be very defensive. If it's towards you or not, I'm not sure, but this is someone that truly tries to get better and better when it comes to how you see them, how you view them. It almost feels like there has not been like a clear, open communication, excuse me, with this person. This is someone that is highly invested in you, highly invested in um, what you do and what you stand for. Like they love your integrity, is what I'm really picking up. This is a very intuitive reading, by the way. They have a very beautiful watch, or a watch that caught your eye. So I don't know why I had to get that. Okay, but this is someone that has more insecurities than they show. They are very humble. Okay, you're dealing with someone that is very humble. Definitely someone that maybe on the outside looks like, they have it all together, or they're, some people may even suggest that they are arrogant or something, but their heart is very humble, and also humble towards you. How do you feel? Where are you at here? King of Swords. So you're still analyzing them. You're being a little bit cold and detached. This is just like I need my time to think, to process, and then I will communicate. So I feel like there is some sort of, you're focusing on other things right now. You're not trying to focus on this person, but at the same time, you know that some sort of conversation needs to be held. Okay, King of Swords is your energy. It could also be that logically you feel like, well, we don't really match. And logically, that could be like maybe they're way younger than you. Maybe you have kids and they don't. And you're like, well, that will never work. Or the other way around. You know what I mean? Like there are things that you're like, well, logically, this doesn't make sense. So I have to think twice. Yeah, Five of Wands. You're in a conflict within yourself. Like, should I say it or not? Should we have this conversation or not? Why do you have the Five of Wands? Why? And the Ace of Wands, you're fighting off your own urge. You're just like, this does not make sense. I should not be feeling this energy. I should not think that this should work. You're fighting yourself off here. Like you're in an internal conflict, and it's almost like you're trying to not think about it, but the more you think that, the more it gets flamed up, and the urge is just there. Your urge is just to try it. Okay, give it a try. What's your advice from spirit? I mean, you don't have to take it advice. Everyone has a free will. Just be aware. I'm just trying to see what your best way of direction could be. Queen of Swords, just have a decent, open, honest conversation. Okay, that's what you both need to aim for, because this is definitely the two couples, and at the bottom of the deck is the Justice. So I'm getting this vibe of like, give everyone a fair chance, but I do feel like there is this tiptoeing around the issue. All right, whether that is like just the affection that you both feel for one another, or there is a deeper issue that neither one of you really wants to talk about. You see them really doing their best, but you can't really let go or forget and forgive if you don't really pronounce it. And you know that if you really verbalize it, things could get like maybe into an argument and a conflict. So you're trying to avoid in order to remain the peace, but you should stand in your integrity and your truth and your authenticity, regardless of what the situation is. Just be calm about it, and just be direct about it, and just trust that everything is going to go well. Yeah. What's the Three of Swords? someone here is holding on to a betrayal, a heartbreak, something that they are trying to push aside. No, I don't feel like it. Again, the same cards coming through. Okay, this is very, I just said it. I just wanted to put back, and it's like the same 4 cards. The 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, the Lovers, and the 3 of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is a 5 of Pentacles. What is this? You see, there is, deep down, there are a lot of things that are not being spoken about. On the surface, everything looks like quite calm and steady. Mom spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy. You know, that type of energy. But like on the surface, everything looks perfect, but then deep down, someone is holding on to a past experience or ignoring something that could be very painful. And the Lover's card is saying, like, choose to do the right thing. You know, love is about overcoming difficulty. Love is about being a little bit more confident. Summer heat, things are heating up. I feel like both of you are aware of it. That's why you get more cold and cold. It's like when you energetically feel like the tension and heat is coming up, and then you're like, I'm going to be as cool as I can and just act like it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about it at all. And it's like the more that you do that, the more something can trigger you to kind of like explode. Now, well, it's not really about explosion, but yeah. Protection. Clear your energy fields. What? Clear your energy fields. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, you're probably just in that. That's what I already said. You needed to step out of your comfort zone. And what do you need to release? So what do you, what do you need to release here from the cards that I'm seeing is release something that has hurt you. Now, it could be even like, maybe you've been through something very painful in your life and you're holding on to it and you feel like you need to tell that person, but you feel like you need to protect yourself. You don't feel safe enough. You're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that. But maybe sometimes saying it, and releasing it could be helpful. Okay, but still, it's your call, Leo. You need to know what best to do and to protect yourself before you do that as well. So please let me know how what this is talking about, because I am a little bit like interesting spread. And usually when I just feel like, okay, what is this talking about? Then all the messages are about like that was accurate. But then also tell me what was really accurate. Like, what's your story behind? Because I forget it the moment I post these messages. Yeah, Spirit of Isis, beloved initiate. There are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired actions until the impossible happens. Isis has a spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you and believe. So do not give up. And that's what I have for you, Leo. Stay tuned. Make sure to like, to subscribe, and to hype if you haven't already. And I'm really looking forward to the 2026 forecast. It's going to be super, super interesting reading. So make sure to check that one out. Take care.